Hello, thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this particular training I want to show you how you can start powering through your calls at a rate of 60 to 80 dials an hour using the power of Phone Burner. Now before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let me give you a quick little overview of the Home tab within the Phone Burner app once you've installed it into your org. So everybody will have access to this home page where they're going to see a list of all of their leads, and they can even launch a dial session right from here. Not only that, right here on this home page, we're going to give you access to a sample cadence that's going to take all of the leads that are assigned to each of the agents, right? And allow them to make their first attempt, their day 3 call, day 5 calls. Now, of course, these are sample list views. You can, of course, go in there and edit those to better match any cadence that you and your team might want to follow. But this is to help you, out of the gate, better take advantage of your leads, the leads you and your team are following up with. Now, on top of that, we've also got some reports that are added to this homepage. So you can see a list of all of the leads that you've called this week, this month, or so on and so forth. But that's a quick little overview of the homepage. Let's jump over to the Leads tab. I'm going to go ahead and click on Leads. And when you load your leads, obviously you're able to create as many lead list views as you'd like. Out of the gate, Phone Burner is going to give you some sample lead list views to work through that go along with that cadence that you saw on the homepage. You're also going to get a few custom fields as part of your leads object. And those are number of attempts, last attempt date, and the last disposition, or the outcome of the last call. And to go along with these custom fields, there's also a flow to automatically update these fields. Speaking of calls, let's jump into a dial session. So I'm going to go ahead and select a list of records, click the Begin Phone Burner Session button, and when I go to start my dial session, I can choose whether or not I want to call those leads sorted by name or company name. In this particular case, I'm just going to start a dial session sorted by name. And when setting up your dial session, there are certain settings that you get to configure for every session. And one really cool feature in Phone Burner is the ability to preset or predefine those settings. And here you can see I've created several presets, and I'm going to use the attempt number 1 preset and go ahead and get connected. Now I'm connected, I'm going to start dialing, and I'm going to start calling the first record on my list. So here I'm calling Adam, and of course we've sorted these contacts by name. Now if it goes to voicemail, I click the voicemail button. I move on to the next call. I don't have to wait for the beep. I don't have to listen to the greeting. I just click that button and move on. So let me show you that one more time. Click that button, I'm off to the next call. Now of course if somebody answers the phone live, there's no pause, no delay, no awkward silence. I just start talking to them like I would anyone else. At some point I'm going to click this live answer button, and I'm going to end the call when I'm done talking to them. Now before we disposition this call, I want to talk to you about some of the features that you're going to have access to right here in the dial session window. First and foremost, you're going to see the lead details record right here. All of the details specific to that lead are right here front and center, and you can edit and update this record live when you're on the call. So let's say I get an email address for Mr. Alec Holland. So I double click on the email address, enter the email address that I just got from him while I was on the phone with him, and save it. Now that's updated. It's saved in Salesforce. What if I need to add a note about this call I just had with Alec? I click on the Create Note button here, add a quick little note, and save that note. Or what if I need to create a follow-up task, a follow-up call? I click on the Create Follow-up Task button. That pops up a little window here. Add all of the specifics about the call that I need to be doing with him in the future, and I save that. Now, if I want to see any of my past call history with this contact, I can click on the Call History tab. And here you can see all of my call history with this contact. Or what if I want to see my notes? I click on Notes, and I see my notes. Now, of course, this contact only has one note, the note that I just created. And of course, if I wanted to, I could actually create a note from here as well. Now, what if there's something I need to do to this record that I just can't do right here in the dial session? Which isn't much, right? We can do a lot right here in the dial session window. But if I need to, I can click on this Edit in Salesforce link. That'll take me straight to this record in Salesforce where I can review all of the details and make any changes that I may need to make to this lead directly in Salesforce. So as you can see, PhoneBurner can help you power through your calls at a rate of 60 to 80 dials an hour. So take a moment right now to book a demo or start a free trial of PhoneBurner so that you and your team can start getting more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.